This is going to be one of the biggest and most expensive Nerf blasters to ever exist. This is the Nerf Limited Destiny 2 Gjallarhorn blaster. It's a massive 1-to-1 scale from the video game. It's over a meter long and it sits on your shoulder like a rocket launcher, and when you pull the trigger, it's going to fire mega darts, but not in the way that you think. This is the first Nerf blaster to utilize mega dart shells. It's going to come with a total of 3 shells, and each one holds 3 darts each. Once you pull back that ginormous top prime and pull the trigger, it's going to blast 3 mega darts at once. It also has an illuminated scope on it. The pre-order price for this was a whopping $189, and it's slated to come out in the first quarter of this year. These are all concept photos, so I'm really hoping that the actual product is really good. If you're a Destiny 2 fan and you don't already have pre-orders for this, unfortunately, it might be scalped. We'll have to see how many are in stock. When this was announced, I had 3 different people who know nothing about Nerf all see different articles about this thing and send them to me. So yeah, this sent waves across the internet. The Nerf rival Forerunner. This is a 12-shot capacity pump action rival blaster, and it's available now for $28. It's exactly what you think it is and how it operates. If you're looking for a shotgun style rival blaster and the takedown doesn't scratch your itch, this is a higher capacity blaster that could meet your requirements, but you could also look at the $34 Nerf Helix, which holds 20 rounds instead of 12 in the Forerunner. The Nerf Pro Gelfire Legion. This is Nerf's second gel ball blaster, and it's not going to be motorized. It's a small pistol with a pullback priming handle. It has slam fire, comes with 5,000 rounds, and the hopper capacity is 130 rounds. According to Blaster Hub, it's going to retail for around $30. To be honest, I don't think gel ball blasting is nearly as fun with a non-motorized blaster versus something that can shoot semi-auto or full auto. But hey, maybe if you're interested in entering the hobby because you don't know much about it, this might be a fairly inexpensive way to try it without breaking the bank. And if you are going down that path, I suggest that you check out the Hydrostrike Nebula Pro. It's also made by the guys who do Dart Zone blasters, and it's another on-the-store shelf option that may serve you better than the Nerf Legion. The Nerf Minecraft Heartstealer. This is an odd and fun one. It's a foam sword that just so happens to also fire Nerf darts. Or should I say dart, because it's a single shot blaster. It's available on the Target website right now, and it retails for $28. You pull down the handle, you aim your sword, and then you press a button to fire a single dart. So far I've been a harsh critic of Minecraft blasters, but I actually like the concept of this one. The Minecraft sword is very iconic, and in this case it's made of foam, so you can swing it around. You don't have to worry about giving head trauma to people, but it also means that it will break down quicker versus plastic, just because of the material. It would have been nice if it had a higher capacity than a single dart barrel, but maybe with the dimensions of the sword that wasn't possible. It should be obvious, but Minecraft fans would probably like this blaster more than a regular Nerf fan. If you want to know more or buy the blasters in this video, I have links down below in the description. The Nerf Elite 2.0 Wild Edition Stormcharge. This was a blaster that was leaked on Reddit. It's going to cost $30 according to the source. It's a semi-auto mag-fed blaster. It's going to come with a 10-dart magazine and a stock. This is another Wild Edition blaster where I really like the design and the color scheme, and I do think it's superior to the Nerf Elite 2.0 Phoenix, but that's just my opinion. The Nerf Limited Star Wars Boba Fett EE3 Blaster. The pre-order price for this is $110 and slated for March 31st. I gotta give them props for the color scheme here. Of course, they weren't able to use the black or silver from the franchise, otherwise it would look too realistic, so instead they went for a Boba Fett green, and it does look quite balanced in that way. And it has an interesting system where it runs on removable dart drums. There's a total of 3 of them, and each one is going to hold 4 darts. You're going to have your classic Star Wars blaster sounds in this one. I found a discrepancy in the blaster description. It says it's going to come with gold AccuStrike darts, but we see in the concept art that those are obviously gold elite darts, so I'm not sure which one it's going to come with. I really hope it's AccuStrike darts. It's kind of uncommon to see that, but they are much better than your standard elite darts. And it has an electronic scope with an illuminated lens. If you're still a fan of Boba Fett even after Disney butchered him, hey, this might be a toy for you. The Nerf Rival Pilot. This is a single shot barrel breaking blaster. This is going to retail for around $12 at Walmart. You pull down the priming handle, which breaks open the barrel, you put in your rival round, you close it up, and you pull the trigger to fire. Very reminiscent of the Nerf Rival Knockout from 2019. And I think the excitement around this is what kind of crazy modifications are people going to make with this blaster. Another fun little rival pistol out there for you guys, but honestly, it's not something that you need in order to flesh out your collection or your arsenal. The Nerf Pro Gelfire MrBeast. The pre-order price for this is $70, which is actually the same price as the Nerf Mythic, and shipping will occur approximately on April 15th. I find this blaster really interesting because there aren't many collaborative promo items that Nerf has released with celebrities, and in this case it's not in the Nerf Limited series. I'm a sucker for how this thing looks. It's phenomenal. Like, you can even see it. I use blue and pink all the time because they're just such great colors that go well together. This blaster is essentially a reskin of the Mythic except for one pretty important thing, or actually two things. In this case, the MrBeast blaster, you get 20,000 gel rounds versus only 10,000 in the regular Mythic, but the hopper of this MrBeast one only holds 300 rounds. The Mythic is 800. I like that the hopper design looks different, but you're really sacrificing a lot of capacity there. So if you're a fan of MrBeast, this is a really unique merch item of his that isn't clothing or apparel, but if you're not a MrBeast fan, the regular Mythic, of course, is the better choice in this case. The Nerf Elite 2.0 Double Defense Pack. This pack comes with an Elite 2.0 reskin of the Elite Spectre and an Elite 2.0 Warden, and right now it's available at Kohl's for $50. I mean, let's be honest, the Spectre is a great blaster and all, but it's 13 years old. That's the age of a teenager, honestly. There are better, more up-to-date, and cheaper revolver blasters available right now. Personally, I wouldn't go for this kit. The Nerf Fortnite Duo Pack. In this set, you get two single-shot blasters, the LP has a slide prime, and the Flintlock has a hammer action prime. There's no price in the US yet for these. It's a weird Fortnite ergonomic thing, but they decided to put the hammer on the Flintlock way up the blaster, so it's really difficult to reach with your thumb. So you might have to curb your excitement about one-handed priming in this case. We've seen a billion single-shot blasters from Nerf at this point, so at least these ones are unique in design. The Nerf Limited Sharp 92 Retro Blaster. This is a reimagining of the very first Nerf blaster to fire foam darts, and that was the Nerf Sharpshooter that came out in 1992. It's going to cost $30, and right now it's still available for pre-order. This will ship on approximately July 27th. I'm a sucker for the nostalgic packaging and the history behind this blaster. Out of all the Nerf Limited blasters coming out this year, this is the one that I'm most likely to pick up. If you have zero emotional connection to this blaster, then yes, it's just a simple single-shot blaster, and in that case, I just advise that you swipe left on this one. The Nerf Limited G.I. Joe GI-40 Blaster. This is a full auto 5 dart per second magazine fed oh wait, this is just a reskin of the 2016 Nerf Elite Hyperfire. That's pretty much it, but you're also getting an exclusive version of a G.I. Joe comic plus the fancy packaging. It was available for pre-order for $80 and it's going to ship on approximately August 1st. The number one thing that has me nervous about this product is the fact that you're basically buying it for the beautiful decal that wraps on both sides of the blaster. And we know that the concept art can really deviate from the final product, and that's what we saw in the Nerf Limited Travis Scott blaster. A lot of people were disappointed with how sloppy that looked, and I really hope Nerf learned a lesson here. The Nerf Roblox Arsenal Soul Catalyst. I like that name. This is a pullback prime, single shot blaster, $17 at Target. And just leaked recently is the Nerf Roblox Funky Friday Microshots Synchro Shot. It's most likely going to be between $10 to $12, just like the other Roblox Microshots. And like the Fortnite LP and Flintlock, these two new Roblox blasters only have their unique designs going for them, so that should really be your deciding factor if you want them, since the way they operate has no surprises. The Nerf Elite 2.0 Showdown Set. I don't know why I'm showing this in this video. This set is $17 at Fred Meyer right now. Each blaster has a 2-dart barrel smart AR system, which makes it more similar to the Scavenger shoulder stock blaster than just a pure jolt. This is a hard pass for me. I can think of a lot of other blasters that you can get more fun out of your $17. The Nerf DinoSquad Terrodak. This is a 4-dart barrel blaster with a priming handle at the bottom. The price and release date is unknown at this point. It could just be the lighting in this photo, but for some reason it looks more like an Adventure Force blaster than a Nerf blaster. That's not an insult or a compliment, it's just weird that this doesn't even look like it's from the Nerf DinoSquad series. They did the style of blaster just a couple of years ago with the Dragon Power Ember Strike, and that seems like the far superior choice between the two, but there's a good chance that the Terrodak is going to be cheaper. Even if you're a Dino fan, a 4-dart capacity is pretty lame, so keep that in mind. The Nerf Limited Star Trek, Starfleet, Type 3, and Type 2 phaser blasters. This was a $120 pre-order slated to ship on November 24th. And this is interesting, it comes with two blasters, the Type 3 and the Type 2. The Type 3 is a motorized blaster, probably semi-auto in this case, and it has a 5 dart capacity internal magazine. It's got your light up phaser effects and sounds, and the Type 2 looks like a carpal tunnel inducing single shot blaster. It's no surprise to say that $120 is extremely expensive for a 5 dart capacity blaster and a single shot blaster, but in this case, we know that Nerf Limited Series runs on weaponized nostalgia, so if you feel drawn to this, then this is something that you probably pre-order or look into buying on the aftermarket. Nerf Dungeons and Dragons toys are coming in full force this year because of the upcoming movie, so I'm just going to go over them in batch form, and apologies if I pronounce any of these names wrong. We got the Themberchaud, which is a single-shot string-powered blaster with a flexible tail that wraps around your arm to serve as a brace. I don't know how I feel about that. And it's available now for $28? I don't know why this is one of the most criminally overpriced blasters that I can think of at the moment. I've yet to play D&D myself, but still I'm grasping at straws here trying to find a reason to see $30 of value here. There's a new Microshots blaster called the Palarandusk. It's most likely going to retail between 10 to 12 bucks. Sad to say that it's super cheap looking, just that yellow color, the lack of paint, it looks more like a dollar store blaster than anything. And then there's the Rakor blaster, which is a 2-barrel smart AR blaster. And in my opinion, it's the best looking one of the three. I personally like the 2021 style of the D&D blasters more, so if you haven't seen those and you're looking to get one of these 2023 blasters, hey, maybe do a comparison between those and see which ones you like. I'm surprised these are coming out, but when I think about it, it makes so much sense. We have two melee weapons coming out within the D&D lineup. We have Holga's Greataxe as well as Zeng's Daggersword. These look pretty high quality just based on the photo, so they shouldn't just completely tear apart in 1 or 2 plays. I'm a fan of Nerf melee weapons. I'm not a fan of these prices though, but hey, if you're a cosplayer or a kid, I think you're going to find some value in this at least. The League of Legends Nerf Limited Jinx Fishbones Blaster. This is based off the popular character Jinx and her rocket launcher from the game. When pre-orders were open, this was a whopping $170, and it's slated to come out at the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024. This rocket launcher style blaster has an 18 dart capacity drum with 6 clusters of 3 darts. And when you pull the trigger, it fires 3 darts at once. If you look at the shark fin, that's your priming handle. I have no personal attachment to League, but I absolutely loved Arcane, the Netflix series, so part of me is disappointed that this design isn't based off the Arcane version, despite this looking incredibly source material accurate and just glorious in general. I like how the mouth can articulate between open and closed, and it's smart that they also included a custom painted Jinx stand to keep the blaster balanced and displayed. Nerf knows they can get away with these exorbitant prices because there are enough crazy League fans out there to buy this, and for good reason, it does look pretty cool. The Nerf Stego-Duo. It's a set that comes with 2 reskinned Stego smashes. To me, it looks a lot better than the Terrodak. These just showed up on the internet recently, so no idea on the price or the release date yet. Check out that video right there. I don't know what it is, but you're gonna like it. Yeah.